You see her story? Yes, our story. That's not just pain, that's purpose and progress. Hi, y'all. Welcome back to Her Story. And I have Cynt Marshall here with us,
Hello,
my friend. Look, we've been talking for about 10 minutes before this even started recording. But I am so blessed to have you here today.
Thanks for inviting me. Oh my gosh. I've been looking forward to it.
Oh, thank you. So let's just talk all things leadership because you're a mom, but you're also just known as a dynamic leader.
Thank
and
you.
you have opened up so many doors. And I would love to just get your insight into, just with your journey with leadership.
Mm-hmm.
Leadership starts with values. So what early experiences shape the values that you have given today?
I love this and I love that question because I always talk about how I do this presentation called Leading and Living with Heart and Values.
Mm-hmm.
And from the time I started my professional journey at 21 years old, it was about being a servant leader and leading with integrity. And I remember I had an experience at my very first job. So I started out on a fast track management program with AT&T, 21 years old, fresh out of college.
Just excited.
Just fired up, okay? Just fired up. And it was interesting because when I was recruited on my college campus, I had 13 job offers. And I said, way back in the day, okay? I said, I want the job that pays the most money, okay? Because, we're poor and all that. So, and then I want to be the boss. So 21 years old, I said, I want to be the boss, okay? And I wanted to be a supervisor, not because, I wanted to be, the big bad boss queen, but it's because I wanted to serve. Because I learned even as a kid that being a leader was about serving.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to serve people. I wanted to take care of them. So I ended up on this fast track program. I supervised these 30 operators. So way back in the day. Okay. So way back in the day, you don't know about this, when you used to call, and you get the operators, right? And so
I do. I have some recollection.
Okay, just
about that.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, but
you called zero, yes, and you were like, yes, I need information for.
Yes.
See,
on the old rotary phone. Okay, so anyway, so I supervised those operators, and so I had kind of the night shift. And all of them were in their 50s and 60s, okay, because they had earned, seniority, so they'd work 6 hours but get paid for 8.
Okay.
And so when I started, I was 21 years old. And I told them, I said, okay, I don't know anything about what y'all do here. And they were like, we know that. Okay, I was fresh off the college campus. But I'm here to serve you. And so if you have some things that you want to do differently, some things that come up that you don't like, my job is to make your lives easier.
I love that.
Well, they took me up on it.
Okay.
And they wanted me to start changing the rules, and they were going through this thing. It was way back in the day where, in order for them to go to the bathroom, they had to watch a light, and if the light went out, then one of them could get up and go, because you're trying to manage how many people you have on the board and all that. And they came and told me one night that they didn't like that. They thought it was inhumane. And here they're in their 50s and 60s, and why should they be governed by a light telling them when to go to the bathroom? Well, I was 21 years old. I said, I agree with that. I said, I don't like this light. So I went to my supervisor the next day. Okay. And I said, we're going to get rid of the light. And she said, no, you're not. Because that was,
that's the rule.
That's the rule. And that's how you make sure you have enough people to answer the phone when the customers call and all that. So I went back to them. I said, they won't let us do it. They said, no. We have it all mapped out how we're going to manage it. Because, you're concerned about bad results and all that. They had a whole plan that they basically laid out for me. And I said, okay, so I listened real closely. We laid it all out. They showed me what they were going to do. And so I went back to my boss. I said, let's just try it. She said, no, we're going to end up with such bad results and all that. And I said, all right, let me try it. We tried that. Sister, we ended up with the top results in the country. It was crazy. What? It was crazy because I listened to them. And so this is my leadership philosophy that I learned back then. It's my 3 L's. Listen to the people, learn from the people, and love the people.
Yeah.
Listen to them to where you can even hear what they're not saying. They won't tell you everything, but you got to, listen at a level of understanding. There's levels of listening. And I take all the leaders who come to work for me through the levels of listening because that's something I need you to master that if you're going to lead people. Learn from them. So figure out kind of what is their job. Now, you're not going to do it like they do it. They're the experts. But learn enough to where you can really serve them, where you can respond when they want to make changes and all that, and then love them.
Yes.
Love them as people. The person who gets up out of bed in the morning, the dreams they have, the issues they have, the backgrounds they have, the baggage they have. Love that person as a person. Not as an AT&T employee, not as a Mavs employee, but love that person who gets up out of bed in the morning, and then meet them where they are when they walk into your workplace. And so that's what I've tried to do. So listen, learn, love the people. That's what I do. And do it from a place of integrity.
Yes.
A place of fairness. Physical and emotional safety is big for me. I'm a person of action.
Okay.
So I like to make stuff happen. That's a foundation that I have. But I think integrity is the biggest thing. And to just treat people as people and realize people get results.
Yes.
And so I have my little list of values: faith, family, fun, action, integrity, and all that. But at the top of it really is integrity.
I love that. I think, just as a pastor's wife, that was the best advice that I got as a pastor's wife. I was just completely terrified, thinking I was going to need, I'm just completely inadequate. I can't play the piano. I can't sing a solo. The traditional things. I don't want to wear a hat. But the best
They're
advice.
like, come on, First Lady.
Yeah, they're like, come on.
Right.
Showtime.
Put that hat on.
But the best advice that I got from Dr. Sheila Bailey was love the people.
Love the people.
Love the people.
And people know when you love them, and they know when you're faking it. But if you just truly love the people, and you show them, with your actions, it's not just about the words, they know when you love them. You can get anything from people when you love them. And that's what I did. My whole, 40, how old am I now? So my whole 44 years of my professional journey, coming out of college at 21, is I've loved the people.
Wow. I think I look at people now, and I look at young women coming up now, and you see them making some mistakes, and you see them doing some things, and you be like, come here.
Right. Just sit down with the OG for a minute. Just sit down with the old girl. Okay.
I promise I got you. I've been here.
And because I've made like so many mistakes, but I've had good mentors.
Yes.
Who showed up in my life to help me through those mistakes. So I try to do that for other people. I had this mentor one time. Okay, so I told you I'm big on the truth. Okay, and my husband, he would say, Cynt, people lie. So just get over it. I'm like, I don't like it when they lie. God ain't
hurts my feelings.
And I don't like that. And why are people lying on me? Oh, so just crazy, right? He's like, you really have to get over that, because people just be incensed, right? And something happened one time early in my career, and I said, this is a lie. And so early days of email, and I just started sending all these emails back because I decided I was going to handle it myself. And my mother used to say when we were growing up, and she said, no, put it on the altar, leave it there, God has it. And she said, I was the one who used to come back and say, well, I'm his assistant. And I literally used to tell her that, right? Every now and then I still do that. I said, no, I'm the Lord's assistant. Okay, so I'm going to help him. So I got to pick this one back up, right? So I had picked this particular problem back up. And I was making a mess of it because I was shooting up all these emails. It was crazy. One of my mentors drove from Sacramento, California to Oakland, California, hour-and-a-half ride, walked in my office, and it surprised me. He just came in there. He went past my staff, my assistant, and just walked in there. Big guy, too. He just passed away in January.
Oh,
and he said, stop. Stop sending those emails. He said, just stop it. He said, that's not how you respond. And I said, but they're lying. He said, we all know that, though.
Yeah.
And he taught me the lesson of it's not always what happens, it's how you respond to what happens, which is what I try to pass on to the younger ones right now. You can't respond to everything. There's a way to handle it. And here's what he told me. He said, you've made it to this level. Because I was on a fast track program, so I had made it to director level. He said, you will be an officer. You will be at the highest level in this company one day, and probably one of our youngest officers. He said, unless you give up your key to the executive washroom. He said, it won't be taken away from you. You will give it up by doing the stuff you're doing right now.
Wow.
And I'm thinking, get out of my office. I don't even hear this at this point, okay? But
look, I'm ready. I got to prove my point.
Right, I got to. And he was like, no, we know the truth. But now we're watching how you're responding. So instead of the I being on the issue, now it's on you. You don't do that. And so that's the kind of advice I try to tell these young ones, because I've been there.
Yes.
You got to set the record straight. You don't have to always set it straight. My mother used to say something, I love my mom. And she used to do this. She physically would do it. She said, everything that comes up can't come out.
Yes.
And she would do this, and sometimes even we'd be at church, and she would just say, stop, leave it right there. It cannot come out. And sometimes we'd go, Just leave it.
I'm learning that. I'm learning that.
It's hard though.
It's
hard though. And see, I grew up in a church. I don't even want to talk about it. I mean, and I love how I grew up. I grew up truly like fire and brimstone. And sometimes I would hear some stuff though, and I'm like, that's crazy. And so I'd be in Bible class, and I'd say, teenagers, they say you could talk. Well, I'd raise my hand, and sometimes I'd ask a question, and my mother would just like, because sometimes you just gotta you gotta keep it, and sometimes somebody else has to ask the question.
That's true. Because I would always say, well, I speak for the people when I'm saying this. And my husband's like, let somebody else speak. It doesn't have to always be you.
Sometimes let the people speak. let one of them speak.
Let them.
It doesn't have to always be you.
Yes. That's good. Look, that's good advice. All right. One thing that you're known for is building culture based on transparency.
Yes.
And accountability and joy.
Oh, joy. I like a lot of joy.
Yes.
I have fun at work. That's one of my values. I have to have fun.
You have to have fun because I'm coming to this. Yes. I'm sacrificing being away from my family, friends, and on vacation somewhere warm.
It's got to be good.
It has to be good.
I need to be able to come in with my music. I need to be able to have a good time.
Yes. So how do you balance those values in high pressure environments?
Oh, I actually think it assists in the high pressure environments.
Yes.
Especially like if you're going through a crisis. I mean, anybody who's ever been a part of my team, they will tell you when a crisis hits, I'm coming in with the music.
Come on.
I'm coming in with Ain't No Mountain High Enough.
All right. I was about to say, are you 60s Motown? What?
Oh, I'm Ain't No Mountain High Enough. I'm Marvin Gaye, Tammy Terrell, but even I got the Michael McDonald version.
Oh,
the one that's, inclusion and diversity, okay? So I got him in there too. Okay. I don't have the Diana Ross version. I love that, but that's the slow version. Okay?
Yeah, it's
and so that's just for another time, right? But when there's a crisis going on, I am coming in with Ain't No Mountain High Enough. I'm letting them know we got this. Literally, that's how I'm walking into the workplace. Because I've already prayed up and had my morning, my hour power routine and all that, right? And so when I come in, I'm coming in to fire the people up, to rally them, to get them together, to say, okay, I know what's going on. Here's what we got to do. We're not naive. We're not ignoring anything, but here's my plan, but now I need y'all to add to that.
Yes.
Okay? Blow it up if you need to, but we got this. And that's how I approach it. I'm very much a team person. I don't just kind of go in my prayer closet and say, Lord, give me the answer. Then I come out.
Gloom and doom.
And then this is it. No. I got a little something for us to work with. And sometimes I have a lot something for us to work with. And then I'll gather the people because people need to own it.
Yes.
Whatever kind of transformation you're trying to make, whatever culture you are trying to build, they got to own it. For me, it starts with the vision, and I'm going to lay out the vision. Okay. I'm going to give you a set of values to work with. So at the Mavs, it was crafts, character, respect, authenticity, fairness, teamwork, and safety, both physical and emotional safety, because emotional safety is big. Okay. So I'm going to give you vision, set of values. I will tell you what the workplace promise is.
Okay.
If I'm the leader here, if I'm the CEO, if I'm the top person, the workplace promise is every voice matters and everybody belongs. That's no matter where I am. Okay, we include everybody. Everybody's voice is important. Everybody that we have hired, we say they belong here. You don't get to tell them they don't by your actions or your words.
Yes.
Okay, and so those are like my 3 non-negotiables.
Okay.
Here's the vision. Here's where we're trying to go. Here's the values. So here's what we stand on. And then here's the workplace promise. I make you a promise if you work here, your voice matters and you belong. When it comes to the business plan, how we're going to get it done, the strategy and all that, we're going to work all that together.
Come on now.
And we're going to work it together.
I love
and
that.
then when we have something where we need to get it done, we're going to check it all off together. So I'm big on the huddles. I mean, literally in the middle of the floor, everybody get together. Let's check this off. Do y'all think we've done this and all that? So you got to include the people. You got to include their voices in every step of the process.
So good. Listen, I see why my husband loves serving on the board.
I love him.
He comes back with such good nuggets, and now I see why. Like, he'll be like, okay, y'all, he'll come to staff he'll come to staff and he'll be like, okay, so this is, and so yeah.
I love having, so that's one thing I did when I got, we had our big crisis. I came onto the Mavs. One of the first things I did was establish the Dallas Mavericks Advisory Council. I said, you need external voices talking to you. You need to be able to run things by people who aren't right there in it, because sometimes you just can't see it. I mean, you're right there in it. Sometimes it's a mess that you created. Okay. So sometimes you can't see your own mess. You definitely can't clean it up. Right. And so you need other people to just advise you, to help you see what you might be missing from a certain, constituency group. And I'm big on that. I did that at AT&T. I ran the telecommunications consumer advisory panel. You just have to have people from all walks of life pouring into your business, and then you get to pour back into them. And so it's fun.
Yes, listen, y'all are killing it in that way. All right, so if you could go back and speak to a young Cynt.
Okay, like real young. Okay.
Like real young. Like
how old?
You know what? When I think about myself, when somebody's asked me this question, if you could go back and talk to a young Stephanie, I think about the time where I wasn't as confident.
Right.
Where I wasn't sure where my path, where I was going. And I would say that Stephanie was in middle school. So that's for me. But what Cynt would you say? What season of life would you say?
Okay, so I'll pick a couple of them. Okay, so I'll go back to middle school. Okay, so we, a lot of people know about the incident that happened when I was 11 years old. And then my parents got divorced when I was 15. And I remember coming back into pretty much an empty place with my mom and my sister and brother. 3 were already gone. And as teenagers, we were just going crazy. Our trophies were gone and school was getting ready to start and we're focused on all this material stuff. And I remember my mother telling everybody to be quiet because you got these, wild teenagers, a lot of noise. And she said, all I want is peace of mind. God will provide.
Amen.
And what I would tell myself at that age is to really listen to what she said, that peace of mind is important. And he really will provide. It's just not making it up.
Yeah.
He's got all of this. And so, because, you worry about so much, even as teenagers and what you're going to have when you go back to school, just stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I would say, okay, listen to her. Like, don't worry. Obviously, I would do what my mother told me to do. I mean, she told me to go back to school, do what I needed to do. But I would do it kind of in a different spirit because, I was worried all the time, right? And she had it. God had it. Okay.
Yeah.
If I go back to kind of the early part of my marriage, when I had 4 second trimester miscarriages and a daughter who died at 6 months old from being 4 months premature, I would tell myself that instead of just quoting the scripture Jeremiah 29:11, that I had to believe that.
Yes.
That I had to believe that there truly was a plan for my life. A plan for me to prosper. There was a good plan. That there really was hope and a future in my marriage and me wanting to be a mother and all that. It just wasn't a scripture just for convenience. That there was a plan, and it was a plan bigger than any plan that I had, and a plan that was unknown to me.
Yeah.
I would tell myself, lean in on that. Yes. Stop stressing out. Stop just trying to do it your way. Because, type A people like me.
We try and take control.
Oh, I got this. Yeah. Okay, it's like, I got this. I know what I'm doing.
And then everybody be like, are you all right? And you're like, I'm fine. I got this.
I got this. Well, just like with the day we were burying my daughter. Okay, my 6-month-old daughter. So we're sitting in the hearse before we go to cemetery. And I have the casket on my lap. Okay, like I'm sitting there with it. And so the guy getting ready to drive, he's like, okay, do we leave now? And my husband just looking at me, and I'm like, And so my pastor at the time came by to see us, to let us know he was right behind us. And he came back and he told his wife, he says, you know what? Cynt is okay. He said, I just went and talked to them. He says, and she's sitting there, she has the casket on her lap. And his wife, my good friend, First Lady, Doris, Doris said she looked at him and she said, Ernie, what? She has the casket on her lap? And he said, yeah, she's sitting there with it on her lap. She said she carried this baby in this world. She's going to physically carry the baby out. That's what she said. She looked at him and she said, she is not okay. She's not okay. And I was not okay. I was just broken. And even then, when after all that happened, my husband wanted to go see his family. He left. And I said, I didn't want to go see him. They're 3 hours away. And I said, he needed a break. And I said, you go. I need time by myself. He left the house. It was Friday afternoon. I headed up the stairs. When he came back, I was still laying on those stairs that Sunday evening. I never made it up the stairs. I just needed to kind of just
Release.
let it out. I needed to just release it, right? And so what I would tell myself back in those years is there's truly a plan.
Yeah.
Yes, all of this hurts, but look towards the future. And I would have done that much sooner than I did it, because I wanted to control everything and I wanted to be in charge. Okay, so I tell myself he really is in charge. And then what I would have told myself going through some of my middle, like mid-level manager years in my career is, sister, you can do this.
Okay.
You can do this. Don't think everything is suspect. Don't think everybody is out to get you. When you have these mentors who show up who don't look like you,
it's okay.
It's okay. The Lord is going to put all kind of people in your life. They will give you all kind of advice. It is meant for you to process it. Okay, some of it might sound kind of crazy. Some of it might be crazy. Most of it is good. Be open to what these people want to pour into you. The bad stuff you leave to the side, but let them pour into you, because the Lord is trying to give you experiences and voices for this great big job that you will have one day. Wow. Because he's got something big for you. That's what I tell myself.
I feel like your next book should be Trust the Process.
Oh, I love that. I am writing my next book.
Oh, okay.
I am writing my next book about leadership.
Yes.
And I got some of this in there. You have to trust the process.
You have to trust the process.
And sometimes, we say trust but verify. Sometimes you don't get to verify. Yes. You just got to trust.
You have to
trust. Because you have nothing to verify with. Now, I have receipts. I mean, people ask me a lot, how can I stay so positive and all that? Well, I have receipts. Yeah. I mean, the Lord has shown up in my life so many times. I've seen him show up for my mother. I've seen him show up for our family. I mean, he shows up. So I have those receipts. Sometimes when it's about the future, you can't verify what's coming because you don't know. You just got to trust.
You just have to trust.
You just have to trust.
And it's hard to trust, but I feel like we're able to trust because he's shown up so many other times. He's shown up for me in middle school. Right. He's shown up for me in high school. He showed up when my family fell apart. He's shown up for me through death. He's shown up for me.
So why would he just stop showing up?
Yeah.
He hadn't lost his power. Yeah. Okay. Why would he just stop showing up?
Yeah. And it's like he'll be like, hello, remember me?
Right. I'm right here.
I had you then. I got you now.
I got you now. Just
trust me.
Trust me. Trust me. Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait for this new book.
Oh, I love this. Trust the process.
Trust the process.
I love it.
That's a chapter.
That's a chapter right there. Trust. I got to go and call the ghostwriter. So, okay, we got to redo the table of contents.
Yeah.
One of these have to be called Trust the Process.
Trust the process.
Yes.
But it's so important because, like I'm 51 and.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Bless you.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
You're the age I was when I got cancer. Wow. And that's why I called it my midlife crisis. And I tell my kids, I'm going to live to 102.
Come on.
That was my midlife crisis.
Come on.
That's a pivotal point.
It's a pivotal
in life.
40s, I like 40s and 50s.
Yes.
It's so pivotal.
Yes.
You thought your 20s were pivotal.
Right.
You feel like every season is pivotal. But I think the one thing that, like, my daughters are 23, 21, and then my son is 18.
Yes.
And so trying to, I'm so thankful we didn't have social media back then.
Oh, yes.
Because we didn't know if we weren't invited. We didn't know if we didn't make it. We didn't know all the things.
Now they know all of that.
Now they know all the things. So how they process that is completely different. But I think showing them that you have to have faith in Christ.
You have to.
You have to have faith in Christ, and he's going to see you through every stage of your life.
Every stage. When my kids were in college, they will tell you, I sent them the scripture, Jeremiah 29:11.
Yeah.
Every day.
Every day, because they have to see it.
Every day. One of my daughters like, Mom, you got a new one? I got a bunch of them, okay? And read your Bible. There's a bunch of them there. Okay, but that's the one that I just wanted them to have because there's so many obstacles and roadblocks and just things that show up that will take them off course.
And
but
wants
there's
to
a
beat
bigger
you down.
plan. Oh, want to beat you down.
Yeah.
But there's a plan.
There is a plan.
And it's bigger than you. So you will get through it.
You're going to get through it.
You get through it.
That's good. Look, trust the process.
Trust the process. I love that.
New book coming.
Yeah, that might have to be the third book. That might be a book all by itself. Yeah, that might be a book all by itself. We might have to co-write that one.
Okay, come on. I'm available now. My son about to leave. I got time on my hands.
Exactly. Okay, how are you feeling with all that? Okay, with your kids going off to school.
You know what? I'm feeling really good about that.
Yes.
I think I'm not overconfident because my kids, do all the things as well as every other kid. There's no perfect kid.
No.
But I feel like I've exposed them. Yes. I feel like I've trained them. I feel like they know Jesus.
That's right.
They know Jesus. They know how to twerk.
That's right. They know both. They got it. Okay, they got it.
They got it. But I want them to know that we love you.
Yes.
And we support you.
Right.
But God loves you more.
That's right. Go out and
go
do this.
out.
My husband always says you raise them to leave.
Yes, you raise them to leave.
I mean, you've got them prepared and all that. And now you get to watch them lead. I love the years in college and going to decorate those dorm rooms and all that. I never cried either when I dropped them off. It was like, go. Because you just love that time of life for them and you want them to enjoy it.
I want them to enjoy it. We're at all my kids have gone to schools that's not the school I picked for them.
Right.
Like if I had my way, they've gone to a different school. Right. No shade to the school that they chose. No. But the main thing I told them when we visited that campus was, do you see yourself here?
Right.
I said, because it's not me who has to get up every morning.
That's exactly right.
This is you. You're going to be eating in this cafeteria. I'm going to be comfortable in Dallas, Texas.
That's right.
So
you're going to be eating in this cafeteria and you're going to be hanging out at the library.
Yeah.
Because you got to handle your business. Okay. We need you to have fun. And get engaged. But you got to get up out of here at some point.
Right.
Handle your business. That was my line for him. Handle your business.
Look, mine is, my money is a terrible thing to waste.
See, I love that. You remind me when we dropped my son off, he transferred colleges, and he was actually crying. So the sophomore year, he was crying when we pulled off, and my husband said, what did we do? I said, pedal to the metal.
Let's go.
Just stop looking over there in that side view mirror. Keep going, right? By the time we got home, so it's an hour and 15-minute ride. He's already on social media.
He's living his best life.
He's living his best life. And then, he's great campus, High Point University. And he's like,
it's a beautiful campus.
Like, can y'all believe this is free? Can y'all believe this is free? And so you know how you're not supposed to talk to your kids on social media? I responded. I said, it ain't free. Don't get it twisted, boy.
Listen,
it ain't free. Okay. You better handle your business. Okay?
You better handle your business. You got 4 years.
And he handled his business.
Yeah. I listen, I'm super proud. One has graduated from Spelman and she handled her business, getting ready to apply to law school. Wonderful. And then Kennedy, she's living her best life.
Oh, she is.
Yeah.
She is. I know her.
And then Carson, and I think Carson watching his sisters.
Yes.
And has helped immensely. I think the one thing that really has blessed us is I used to kind of feel a way about somebody else pouring into my kids because I feel like, no, it's me. But I changed that prayer. Yes. My prayer was, Lord, please send me someone that's going to pour into my girls and pour into my son. Yes. And God has blessed them with some great mentors. And I'm just blessed that they listen. Yeah, because eventually they're not going to listen to us.
Right, but they will listen to somebody else.
They'll listen to somebody else.
Sometimes my kids will come back and say, I've decided to do blah, blah, blah. My husband get ready to say something.
I was like, don't say nothing.
He said, isn't that what we already told him? I said, let them think.
I know.
That they got there themselves. It's okay.
Yes.
Like, we don't need credit. You just pray that they end up in the right place. You want somebody else to pour into them.
You want somebody else to pour into them. But the funny thing is, I remember one time I just told, I think it was Kennedy. I told her, she was we call her our strong-willed blessing.
Yes. And I got one of those. Her name is Shirley. Somebody told me one time when we first adopted Shirley. Shirley was like a mean little girl. She had gone through a lot. They had all come out of foster care, traumatized and all that. Shirley was a mean little girl. In fact, she would, one time, literally, her first visit to our house, she took my husband and my son's coats and threw them outside, slid the patio door back, rolled her eyes, and just sat down. I said, okay, that's 2 things I don't have to teach my baby how to do. Roll her eyes and throw her bed out the house. Okay, like, what is going on here? Mean little girl. And so I was talking at work about it one day. And Vivian Irving, one of my ladies who worked for me, she said, tame that spirit, don't kill it.
That's the best advice somebody gave us too.
Forget that. I said, she said, tame it, don't kill it. Because that same spirit that got Shirley through the hospital, through everything she was going through when she was born, it's that same spirit that will get her through life. So just tame it, but don't kill it. And every now and then my husband will look, I said, tame it. Don't kill it. And she's a strong 30-year-old young woman now.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That was, okay, so ours was, we went to a therapist because Kennedy was showing out.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Kennedy, no shade to you because you're great now.
We love Kennedy.
We love you now.
I know Kennedy, okay? Kennedy's my girl. I know Kennedy, okay? Yes. Showed out on her internship. I know Kennedy.
Listen, Kennedy was from 0 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a pistol.
The only
pistol.
Oh, she was a pistol.
Yes.
And so I remember we went to go see a therapist. I said, we got to go talk to somebody because this is not working. Right. So the therapist is
like, you need the therapist.
Yes, we need the therapist because we were like, this is not working.
Right.
And so the little sweet white therapist, she looks at us and she goes, are you spanking her? We're like, yes, we spanked the hell out of her.
Right.
And they were like, that doesn't work for a strong-willed child.
It doesn't.
She was like, you got to find her kryptonite.
Right.
And she was like, you have to get Kennedy to feel like she's in control.
Yes.
But really you're in control. So just changing just how you talk to her. Right. You can't say, go do this, Kennedy. Right. You have to say, now, Kennedy, right. We need you to go pick up your toys. Do you want to pick up your toys before snack or after snack?
After snack. And so let her decide, okay, after snack. It's like, okay, but at least the toys get picked up. You just have to have a different approach. I remember one time walking into the house. This is when we first adopted Anthony, so he's the first one. Mm-hmm. Okay. And I walked in, and the house is quiet. And so I'm like, where's my boy? And Kenny says, oh, my husband. I just had to put him upstairs in a timeout. And so he's up in his room, and blah, blah. I said, how you know he's safe up there? He said, he's fine up there, but I just had to get to him. I said, he says, he's probably sad now, and he's crying, and because he likes to be around all the people and all that. Girl, I went upstairs. He was sitting in the middle of his toy box, in the middle of having a ball.
Oh, yes.
I called Kenny. I said, come upstairs. I need you to see how devastated the boy is, okay? It's like, we got to change something with the approach. And sometimes you just need other people to help you decide what's the right parenting approach, because every kid is different.
Every kid is different. But I love you down, Kennedy, because, girl.
Oh, yeah. Well, you love all three of them honeys. You just do. Know. You just do. The Lord bless you with a beautiful family. And I know how that is with 4. It's just, the road to motherhood was a rocky one for us. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't trade it for anything right now. On Mother's Day, I ring my Mother's Day bell. They had the nerve to give me a bell one year. I ring that bell from 12:01 a.m. until 11:59 p.m. Even when they live away, I will call on the phone and I'm just hitting the bell. And they're like, yes, mother. I don't do anything on Mother's Day. I'm the queen of the castle. I have this tiara that I wear, which I wear a tiara at work and stuff too. It's like I'm the queen of the castle. I'm out of control with this stuff. But I got my bell, and I just enjoy it. I love being a mother.
Oh, listen. That is good. Listen, I love Mother's Day as well. One Mother's Day, I said, I'm so sorry. I just want to be away from y'all. Yes. Your best Mother's Day gift you can give me is just give me a staycation somewhere. And they were like, you don't want to be with us? It's like, I'm with you all the time.
All the time.
But I love you.
Just my time. I just have to regroup, okay? And sometimes they don't understand things, but sometimes you just need a break.
A break.
And people would always ask me, how do you balance it all? I said, there's no such thing as balance. You integrate it. You just figure out, you integrate it, crystal balls, rubber balls, what are the things that you can't drop? They shatter. They never come back. Mm-hmm. So you have those moments. You cannot miss it, okay? First day of school is a crystal ball for me. I need to be there. Mm-hmm. Now, I might be faking out the teachers because they may not see me again for a few weeks, okay? But I need to be there because I got to make sure I know what's happening. I got to get all the stuff, first day of school, get everybody around the table, do all that, right? And so there are some things that are just really important. There sometimes I just can't be there. I mean, I was an executive. I traveled a lot. Mm-hmm. And I remember one time I came home and you know how the kids, you put the stuff up on the refrigerator and all that. Yes. And I'm putting the little stuff from Shirley's backpack in the refrigerator. And I noticed on the picture, somebody was missing. I said, who is this? Who's it? She goes, that's Anthony, and that's Ricky, that's Dad. This is before we adopted Alicia. Mm-hmm. And I said, where's Mommy? She said, you were in Washington, D.C. on a trip. And I said, okay, so because I was on a work trip, I don't get to be in the picture? She said, well, you wasn't here. She's a pistol, right? So it's on the refrigerator. I said, open up the refrigerator. She opened it up. I said, what's your favorite thing in there? And I knew where she was going, to the cheese sticks, right? Mm-hmm. She went to the cheese sticks. I said, you like those? She said, mm-hmm. I said, you want some more of those in there? She said, mm-hmm. I said, how you think they get in there?
Let them know.
I said, how do you think they get in there? The cheese sticks get in there. My husband was a stay-at-home dad by then. I said, the cheese sticks get in there because Mommy has to go to Washington, D.C. She's like, And I just sat her down and explained all that to her.
Yeah.
And I said, so just because mommy's not here, okay. So the next picture, oh, Shirley had me with this big old afro and these big earrings on. I was fine on that little picture. I
know
said,
you were, girl.
okay, don't leave mommy out of the picture.
But you know, that's so important that I remember I had to explain that to my husband. He was like, why are you telling them how much this stuff costs? I said, I need them to know that this is a sacrifice.
And it doesn't just show up.
And it just doesn't show
You
up.
don't want to run through life thinking it just shows up.
I
Now,
need
you got
them to
maybe
value
don't work you doesn't eat. Okay.
Yeah, I need you to value it.
Exactly.
How old was she when she had this picture, drew this picture of you?
She was first, second grade.
Yeah. That's I just
first,
even at
second
6 and 7, I just feel like
That's
it is
about how
important.
old she was. You have to. They get it.
They get it.
They understand. So don't think it's mommy's not here because mommy doesn't want to be here with you. Don't think any of that because when it's a crystal ball and mommy needs to show up, I will.
Mommy's going to be
here. We
here.
moved to North Carolina. And our company, AT&T, called me one day and they said, Cynt, we need you to be in Washington, D.C. all week because we have all these policymakers we need to talk to. The company had big issues going on and you have great relationships and we need you to be there. It wasn't my job. I mean, I was running North Carolina and Virginia. I said, sure, I can be there. The only time I can't meet with people is on Wednesday afternoon. I said, that's it. But I can clear my calendar. I have a fabulous team. They'll cover the stuff I have going on this week. I can't be there Wednesday afternoon. Sister, I get there, we lay out the schedule Monday morning, and I look at it, and the most important policy makers they had for me to meet with, all the committee heads and all that, was for Wednesday afternoon.
Oh.
I said, I told you guys I couldn't be here on Wednesday afternoon, and I told you why. They said, yeah, but this is when they wanted to meet, and I mean, it's just a swim meet. I said, but I told you it's my son's first high school swim meet in a new school in a new state, okay?
Yeah.
His first one. It's a crystal ball for me. That's not coming back. Rubber balls bounce back, okay? It's not like it's the second one. I have to be there. And they said, well, this is when they can meet. I said, okay, well, y'all meet with them because I know where I'm going to be on Wednesday afternoon. To this day, I'm convinced that my boy, as a sophomore, won that individual medley swim race because his mama was in the stands. When he looked up for his sister and his dad, mama was up there like, ah!
Yeah.
I needed to be there. I need to be there for me.
Yes.
Because that's what was important. That was a crystal ball for me. And guess what? So we go out to dinner afterwards. Everybody's happy. I get back to D.C. Early Thursday morning. And guess who I met with Thursday morning? Those same committee heads.
Yes.
Because Thursday morning was free. And so it bounced back. I knew it would bounce back. So I took care of the crystal ball. And sometimes you just got to do that. But you have to be able to discern that. And I have a crystal ball and 3 rubber balls that I keep on all of my desks. So whether it's at work, home, wherever I'm working, and a crystal ball, and I do this on a regular basis. What can't I drop? What is truly not coming back? And then I'll look at those rubber balls and say, okay, either it's going to bounce back at the right time, either it's going to roll away and never come back because it shouldn't have been on my list in the first place, or I'm going to throw it to somebody who's going to catch it, I'm going to delegate it, and they're going to run with it. And so I do that assessment all the time. That's how I kind of like try to keep it all together.
I love that, and that's such great advice.
Okay, I'm gonna get you a crystal ball. Okay, here's what I'm gonna get you. Okay, this is the mommy toolkit. Okay, this is the high level.
Well, I'm about to leave this mommy toolkit.
No, but you're still gonna be a mommy.
Oh, I know, but but listen, listen.
Let me tell you what's in the toolbox.
Okay, tell me what's in
You're
this
gonna have a mirror.
now.
Okay, I'm gonna send this to you, so you don't have to get it. You have a mirror.
Okay.
So you can always look at it and reflect on where you've been, where you came from, all the different struggles and all that, and how God brought you through it. And then you're going to look at it because deep down inside, you're still that little girl that trusted God a long time ago.
Yes,
okay?
Lord.
Okay, so you're going to have a mirror in there. Then you're going to have some pearls. Okay, because when I went through my cancer battle, I was going through chemo at 51 years old. Okay, somebody gave me some pearls and they told me the whole history of the pearls and all that. And Cynt just wear them. So usually, I mean, I don't today, but usually, like I have.
You have them on.
Well, I took off my pearls. I had on pearls and sweats this morning, so I changed clothes to get here, right? And so then there's my crystal ball that's in the toolbox, and then my rubber ball in the toolbox, and then I have a tiara because I'm the queen of the castle.
Yes.
Always, no matter what, and no matter what castle it is. Okay? Whether it's at work, home, church, whatever. Okay? I'm the queen of the castle, and my father is the king. Okay?
Yes.
He is the king, and I'm the queen. Okay? And then I have some little red shoes, so whatever your favorite shoes are. And my red shoes represent to me when I started working, and my boss's boss told me to take off my red shoes. All I have was my, my little church clothes. I was poor, and to take my braids down. Okay, and I did what she said. Okay, so now that's why I have my braids back. Because I'm making a statement. And the red shoes, because she was changing me, and those red shoes represent to me my authentic self. I know who I am, and then I have like some red high tops too, because I like
you got a little jazz.
My casual time, and I got to jazz it up a little bit. So it's like these 8 things in the toolbox to keep me grounded on who I am. And so I'm gonna send you a little toolbox.
I love it. Listen, we're gonna end on that because that is just too powerful and that's just too good.
So you're gonna get your own crystal balls, your own rubber balls, a mirror, and then it'll say the toolbox. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Listen, look. Y'all, I cannot wait for your next book.
See, I love your age. I love where you are now in life. It's just such a wonderful age, and you're such a wonderful person, and you've got like all this big stuff going on. But like the Lord, you've just scratched the surface of what the Lord has for you to do, sister. And I'm just glad to be a part of it. I'm ready to hang on for the ride. Okay.
Well, look, we'll go together.
We'll go together.
Because I believe in somebody walking ahead of me.
Oh, the sisterhood too. We need each other. We need each other, and we have to be there for each other. It's just like when they asked me about this. There was no way I was not going to do it. I said, let's figure out how to like work the schedule, all of that. I call it a HASU moment. Okay, so have you heard of HASU?
Yes.
HASU. Hook your sister up.
Yes.
It's a HASU moment. Okay, some calls you get, this is like a HASU moment. Like you got to say yes. Aww. And then you figure out how to make it happen. So it's a HASU moment.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, we're going to do some rapid fire questions.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
So when you have time for rest and relaxation,
yes,
who is on your playlist?
Oh, elevation, worship.
Yes,
I love that. I guess like certain songs like Graves to Garden, Rattle. I love that one.
Okay.
I also have like my morning song. Okay, I'm just relaxing like every morning, get my mind right. It's called Before the Day by New Song. Okay. And then I have a lot of my old school stuff. So I got my old school church stuff. Yes. The Hawkins Singers and Shirley Caesar.
Yes,
and like the Mississippi Mass Choir.
Yeah.
And then I've got like my rock stuff. Okay, so I got Luther. Yeah. Okay, and Whitney, all that.
I say you gotta have Whitney.
Oh, I gotta have Whitney. Oh, I am Whitney. Okay.
Yeah, I think we all feel like.
Oh, I grabbed the microphone like, oh no, I was Gladys growing up.
Okay.
I was Gladys. I had 2 brothers, and then I take one of my sisters and make them the Pips. Okay, like we get in front of the microphone. It was
okay. What was your microphone? Was it the wooden hairbrush?
The hairbrush.
Okay. Yes.
The hairbrush. That is the microphone. I still do that right now.
Yeah.
My kids are like, Mom, you could go in there and get a real microphone. No, I'm going back in time. I need my hairbrush.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
So anyway, so I love music. Okay. So I go back, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yes.
Okay, Reasons, all that. My first concert was Earth, Wind, and Fire. So I got them both. I mean, I got
them both.
I got my, Let's Get Up and Dance. But, I dance to my other stuff too. I grew up in a Pentecostal church. Okay. Because I love my music. And so that's what's on my playlist. Just my worship and then my dance stuff. I got to have like all. I start off with the worship.
Yes.
And then by the time I get finished, like I'm going. And I could be going church style or I could be, Michael Jackson.
Yes. So, a little thriller.
Oh, anytime we've ever gone on a cruise or in a contest, I always win the dance contest. Oh, and I win the Michael Jackson contest. I got to spin the leg. I got all that. Okay. I got all that. Okay. I was a dancer and a cheerleader in college.
I did not know that.
I was the first. Well, they said I was the first. The school is, a couple hundred years old, so you don't know. But they say I was the first African-American cheerleader at Berkeley.
Come on.
So anyway, and it was in 1979. It was the year Michael Jackson's Off the Wall album came out. So I got the band, they had new songs. Okay, they weren't ready. And then I got us these gloves. They were yellow on one side, white on the other side. We had our blue and gold uniform.
Oh, you were ready.
And then, we had to turn that out. Okay, so we changed a few things.
You did. Oh, make it for us. All right. What are 3 things on your nightstand?
Ooh, okay. On my nightstand, I have my lamp. Okay, because if I get up in the middle of the night, I have it's a power strip. It's like this thing where you can plug up like 5 devices because when I get up, I got to have everything powered and charged and ready to go. I can have nothing, with 0%. And then I have my Jesus Calling book. Oh. And I have another devotional underneath that, but I always go back to my Jesus
Three
calling.
things.
Yeah, so I got the word, the light, and the power. Oh, girl, that's a message in that.
That's a message. I think you're low-key an undercover preacher.
The word, well, that's what they say, but you know.
You,
okay,
man.
but no, I got the word, the light, and the power. That's what's actually on my, that literally is what's on my nightstand.
Listen, you're an undercover preacher. You preach about 5 sermons in here. Okay, so what is your favorite meal or restaurant right now?
Okay, you're going to laugh at this, okay? Liver and onions is my favorite.
Really? That's
meal.
My least favorite.
No, I love liver and onions. Okay,
Really?
so this is how this is how the kids would know if my husband was trying to make up, because they'd get home from school or whatever, and they're like, "Dad, we don't want liver," because I'm making liver and onions for your mother today. And my son would be like, "Dad must be in trouble." Okay. And even now, he'll do that. And I'm like, oh, he made liver and onions. Did he do something I don't know about? Did he forget to pay something? I mean, like, that's my favorite meal. I love liver and onions with some hot sauce on it.
Okay.
I try to stay away from the bacon now, because I used to like it if it was wrapped in bacon, but like I'm trying to,
Yeah, I had
make sure I'm okay and don't get high blood pressure and all that.
I know, high blood pressure.
But liver and onions really is my favorite meal.
All right, what about your favorite restaurant?
Ooh.
Because in Dallas, they're opening up a restaurant every week, I feel like.
Yeah, but I go to Ocean Prime a lot.
I love Ocean Prime.
I love Ocean Prime. Capitol Grill.
Yeah.
I like. What else do I go to? Because, I eat out a lot. There are a few by the house. I just discovered one. It's right by my house. I don't even know the name of it. It's right there on Preston and Royal. It's brand new. It has a man's name to it. And Preston and Royal is right there next to my grocery store, the Tom Thumb. But my husband goes in the grocery store. But I'm scared of the grocery store.
You are.
I'm allergic to the grocery store.
I think it's a man thing, because my husband loves the grocery store. Like, Costco is it's like his favorite thing to do.
Yeah, but I had like this bad kind of racist incident. Like, every time I went in there, they were thinking I worked there, which nothing wrong with that. But it kind of got out of hand. And I said, I need to start going to the grocery store. I'm allergic to the grocery store.
Yeah, because you're going to make me cuss you out.
Yeah, it's like, I'm allergic to the grocery store.
I'm holy, but I'm hood.
Yeah. No, half holy, half hood. Pray with me, don't play with me.
All right.
But it is kind of like therapeutic, because, I cook a lot for the holidays, and I make my sweet potato pies and all that. Like the kids, even like now, they walk in the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, they want to smell pies. They were like that when they'd come home from college. So I go in there to do my own grocery shopping for when I'm baking.
Okay.
But I try to go real quick.
I know. I
like get in and out of the grocery store.
Okay.
I'd rather be in the other
Y'all
store.
work on that.
I'd rather be in the other store, just like shopping for like clothes and shoes and stuff.
Yeah.
But I do that in the middle of the night, because I'm an online shopper.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what you're going to find out. Okay. When my kids were in college, between 12 midnight and 2 a.m. is when I did all my mommy stalking. Okay, so and my kids aren't on social media a lot. Like, one of my daughters at like 18 years old just said she wasn't going to be on social media. She said it was bad for her mental health, and she wasn't going to do it. Okay, but what I try to do is look and see kind of what they're doing. I would check grades. At that time, I'd check any social media. I'd run down stuff. That was just my time where I would just like pour in and stalk them. Okay, and fortunately, it all worked out. I only had to one time say, take that down or something, right? Well, once they get out of school, I said, okay, what am I going to do now at this time? That's where I do all my shopping. My shoe shop, just whatever. Just the package just come to I'm about to get home. Okay. and then I do it for like other people, because I like to help people.
Because you like to help them, yes.
Oh, I'll see some on TV and I'm like, oh, they need that. Get that. That family needs that. And then at midnight, I'm in the bed. I'm like, okay, let me go and find it.
So you do not sleep often. If you shop
I should sleep much more than I do. Now, I do sleep when I go on vacation.
Okay,
when I go on vacation, or just like usually kind of the month of December, like I try to
rest.
Take off, right? And I will rest. And it's interesting because I feel the difference when I can get 8 hours of sleep. And my husband always laughs, because he said when we first got married, I would tell him, okay, it's 10 o'clock. I have to go to bed right now so I can get up at 6. I have to have 8 hours of sleep. I was obsessed with getting 8 hours of sleep.
Trying to get hours sleep.
And then, you have families and you just...
Getting up with people.
And then I just couldn't get it done. And so then I was down to like 3-4 hours of sleep, which is not good.
That's not good.
And so, but I feel the difference when I get 8 hours of sleep. But I usually probably get about 5.
Okay. That's not bad.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. That's about the average.
That's right. I got like 4 or 5 last night. I'm fine.
That's okay.
I think I'm fine. I guess we'll find out when it comes out. Either the listeners will say, well, she should have got 8. Or, all right. Okay.
But no, listen, it's hard. It's very rare. I feel like it's very hard to get 8.
Because
it's hard to get 7.
It's hard to get 7. There's just, here's the way I try to rationalize it, which I am sure I shouldn't rationalize it. People will say you need 8 hours of sleep. I don't think I need 8 hours of sleep. There is just so much good stuff going on that I have to handle in life.
Okay, yes.
And it's just, and people I have to see about, I guess I don't have to see about them, but I want to see about them.
But yeah.
But I just feel like my ministry is so vast. I got the corporate ministry. I got my marketplace ministry. I got this, my family. I just got a lot of stuff to do.
Okay.
And I love it. And so if I got to sacrifice a little sleep, but then I'll get it. And they say you can never make it up. But when I go on vacation,
you make it up.
Like I make it up.
Yeah.
Like I sleep with
you just have a high capacity. Some people don't have that high capacity.
Right, I'm blessed.
Yeah, you're blessed. You have it. Because there's some people you'd be like, no, you need, like you see people, you're like, you really need to rest.
Like one of my buddies like this, like, girl, you need some sleep. Like,
I can see
like, you. And then I got another buddy who can run all night with me. She actually goes to your church. She goes to your church, showed out. Okay, so I watch y'all online. I watch you a lot online, right? And I go to the Potter's house, right?
Yeah.
And I said, okay, well, Carolyn's singing today, and I can't make it out there, so I'm going to watch it. So the first service, she wasn't on, right? Well, then my son came over, and he says, Mom, didn't you say Auntie Carolyn is singing today at our church? And I said, yeah. I said, but we're going to watch it online. So he was with me. We tore the house up watching y'all. I said, this worship team is off the chain.
Listen.
Oh, my goodness. Listen. And my son was like in tears. He goes, Mom, listen to Auntie Carolyn. And he was listening to the words. It was beautiful. He goes, Mom, we've got to go over there and visit. Like, we got to go visit. Y'all showed out. Showed out. And Carolyn, I know, had stayed up late and did that. I told her what I saw. I said, girl, you need to sleep. Just stay up all night. Okay, if that's what y'all did, when you been up all night.
Carolyn, listen.
Beautiful. It was beautiful.
Our worship team, like, somebody were like, Stephanie, I noticed that you were like tennis shoes. It's like, yes, you have to be comfortable because we're going to worship.
Oh, we're going to worship?
We're going to
run. I literally kicked off my slippers. I was running through my kitchen. My husband came in there, and like we were just caught. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
I said, this is how you usher in the week. So I'm coming to visit. I said, I need that
come
live.
And visit.
I said, I need that live. I got to come back. I mean, I've been there before a few times. And I know y'all were gracious enough to do the book signing when the book came out and all that. I said, but I need to come back with some tennis shoes on.
Come with some tennis shoes on. But that, you know what, that's the blessing with just Dallas. And I don't think people realize that all the Black mega churches are within a 10-mile radius.
Yes.
And I love that we collaborate. Like, I remember somebody was like, I said, we are not like Crips and Bloods. Like, we all love each other. We go to their stuff, they come to our stuff.
We do this together.
We do this together.
And that's what I love.
That's what I love about.
We do it together.
We do it together. You have to.
Yeah. We need each other. We're better together. The whole country needs to kind of figure that out.
Yes, Lord.
We are better
together.
We have more in common than we have differences. There are just some basic things we all want. We want to take care of our children. We want to take care of our seniors. We want our veterans to be okay. We want fairness. We don't want to create orphans. There are just some basic things. We all want. It's not about red, blue. It's not about political party. We want just some basic human things as Americans. And so we just got to keep pushing that. We got to celebrate our commonality and really make sure that people see that.
Yeah. You know, wait, one more rapid question. Okay. Who, I know you're happily married.
Yes.
But who is your celebrity crush right now? Or your celebrity crush when you were growing up?
See, this is crazy because I actually don't know if I have one. Is that bad if I don't have one?
No.
I'm thinking I never had really a crush.
I know. There's like people I think that are attractive that I'll see them like, oh, he's cute. I was
okay. Well, you know, in my book, I named. Okay, so when I had my chemo pump, I named my chemo pump Winston from the movie How Stella Got Her Groove Back.
Yes.
Okay, because I said this bad boy has to give me my groove back, just like Winston did for Stella. So what's his name? Idris Elbus, is that his name?
No.
Taye Diggs.
Taye Diggs.
Oh,
yes.
Lord have mercy. Yeah. Okay. So maybe that was my crush.
Okay.
Maybe that's why. Maybe
Lil Winston.
Lil Winston. Yeah.
Yes.
Lil Winston.
Lil Winston.
Okay. Gave him my groove back.
Yeah, he gave you your groove back. Yes, I forgot about that. Yes, that's good stuff. All right. Final question. Final question. Many leaders talk about diversity and inclusion,
Yes.
But you lived it
Yes.
from the age of 21.
Yes.
So how do you keep inclusion from being just a talking point to being a daily practice?
You get it in the DNA of an organization. First of all, you have to live it. You have to truly come from a mindset that everybody really matters and they deserve a seat at the table and they all have a special role to play. And so that's how I am as a leader. I have a special role to play. The people on my team have a special role to play. We don't play each other's roles. We're all in this together. And the same way in life.
Yeah.
The Lord puts us all here, different skills, abilities, and all that to do what we need to do. It doesn't work, though, unless you include everybody. So you could have all this diversity around you, all these differences, all these different people. That's beautiful. That's the richness of our backgrounds matter. But those are the ingredients. The recipe, inclusion is the recipe. That's how you mix it all up to make sure you can deliver results and that you can create something better. And that's why I always do that dance where it talks about diversity is being invited to the party, but inclusion is being asked to dance. You can have people at your table. I've been at the table as the only one, the only woman, the only black person, the only black woman, all that, okay? But I didn't understand what was going on. I didn't understand the culture. I was there, but I wasn't included. I was just at the table. But people were talking past me, and not on purpose, but they didn't realize they had brought me to the table, to the party, but they hadn't asked me to dance. They hadn't pulled me off the sideline. That's true inclusion. And so in my organizations, I try to make sure that people are included in the business planning process from top to bottom. Okay, so we have very kind of rigorous, no matter where I work, we have a very rigorous business planning process where everybody's voice, ideas, all that's included, and from the beginning of the process to the end of the process, to the actual kind of sign off. We try to make sure that we have different activities, organizations that reflect people's cultures and all the differences that everybody can participate in. We might have a certain group planning things, but then everybody gets to participate so that we can learn from each other. We used to have these things called experiences of understanding, just so you can learn what somebody else is kind of going through, understand their cultures, their background, all that. And then everybody is included on that. You have to be, in my mind, so intentional about, every step of the way as a leader to practice inclusion, to model it, to make sure nobody's left out. So I often will say, okay, is anybody left out?
That's a good
question. Is any voice
to
missing? Even if it's, have we considered the fans? Have we included them? Have we considered the employees? Have we considered the sponsor? Just whatever is in my ecosystem for whatever I'm leading is to always ask that question. That's why the workplace promise is always, and it's always up on the wall, wherever I am, every voice matters. That's everybody belongs. And it's everybody, whoever's in that ecosystem, they need to be included in all things all the time. And you just have to be deliberate about it. But you gotta model it. You have to model it. When people see, it's the shadow of the leader. Shadow of the leader is real. So whatever shadow I am casting as a leader, that's what is reflecting on people. And then it determines the shadows that they cast. So I gotta cast the right one. So I try to do it. I make mistakes like everybody else, but
you did it. You did it.
I try.
You did it. You did it.
Thank you.
Well, listen, I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule and just coming to pour all these great nuggets. Now, listen, if you do not have her book, you need to get her book. And she is writing a new book. When's your new book coming out?
The Random House just approved it, and so I'm waiting for them to send me the proposal back.
All right.
And then we'll sign off on it in probably the spring of next year, so I'll be back.
All right.
I'll be back.
Listen, we cannot wait. I can't wait to see you on Good Morning America. All the things, the view.
Yes.
Listen, what you have to say in just your voice is just so needed right now.
Thank you.
And just as a mother, as a wife, as a CEO, just as a woman of God. Thank you so much for how you show up for so many. Now, how can we keep in touch with you? How can we follow you?
Okay, so I am on Instagram and Facebook at Cynt Marshall, and then one of them is at Cynt GM. Maybe that's Instagram at Cynt GM because my name is Cynthia Janelle Marshall, right? Cynt GM. Okay. Because I had to kind of be in disguise at one point because high profile job and all that. But I'm out.
He just had a little bit of a high profile job.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit of the state troopers at the house. Okay, so just a little bit. Yeah, it's all right though. I told him, you know what? It's okay.
Yeah.
I grew up in a wild place. Okay, I can handle all that. Okay, God is with me. So at Cynt GM on Instagram. Okay. And then I think Facebook is Cynt Marshall, and Twitter is Cynt Marshall. Except I don't tweet that much anymore. Yeah. I mean, I used to, but then I stopped. I don't use it that much.
And then we can, of course, get your book from
You can get the
Amazon.
books. Amazon is on the book. Amazon is out there, and I'm still at 5 stars. And it's like 3 years old. It's crazy, okay? It's crazy, right? So Amazon has it. And then I launched a podcast in September called My 2 Cents About the Good Stuff. Because I just wanted to have good stuff out there, and I wanted to interview people who are doing good stuff. So September, we focused on hunger because it was National Hunger Awareness Month. So I had 2 great people that we interviewed. And then so October was Fall Back on Education. Okay. And so that's a great episode. I mean, these were, and then we just taped the one last week on adoption and foster care because November is National Adoption Month. So, and then December will be a big one because I do this thing every year for my birthday since I turned 50 called Project Heaven Sent. Okay. And I tell people, don't bring me gifts. My goal is to bless however many families that correspond to my age. So I'll be 66 in December. So between November 15th and December 15th, I'll dispatch my angels around the country. And by the time I wake up on December 15th, I want to have touched a minimum of 66 families. I love it. And so I've been doing that since my 50th birthday. Okay. And so we're going to do the Texas part of, because I have my angels all around the country, right? But we're going to do the Texas part on December the 9th live on the podcast. And bless these people who don't know they're going to be blessed.
Oh, well, amen. Amen.
I love that much. Oh, yeah, I love what y'all just did with these families. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Did the Lord show up? Listen, he showed up.
The Lord showed up, and there are no words. And it was just a simple email. I had one email from a member, and she was like, I want to give $100,000 and give $1,000 to 100 families. Right. And then it just kept coming in because when he met with the elders, he was like, we need to do something, what can we do, this, that. Right. But for the elders to say, yes, we're going to do this, but then have people match it. Yeah.
That's incredible.
And double it, which
wasn't it like $400,000?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yes.
That is
such
crazy.
a blessing.
See, and so that's how Project Heaven Sent is. Yeah. It's like I just want to bless people. I just don't need anybody giving me these gifts.
Yeah, I'm good with my gifts.
I remember telling my son one time because they got me this Brahmin bag, right? And I said, I don't want to get any gifts. I said, I want to do something very meaningful with my life. And I always tell kids my legacy, all I want them to write is, she left it better than she found it. Yes. I just want to touch people. And I remember my son one year, he said, Mom, you want to do something meaningful with your life? He said, just a minute. And he went and got his 2 sisters, and then he got my other son on the phone. And he says, okay, Mom, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. He said, I think you did something meaningful at least 4 times. Take the purse, woman. I said, yeah, give me my purse.
Listen,
so every year he still gives me a purse. Right.
I love that.
Yes, yes. But that's what this life is all about.
Yeah.
Touching people.
Touching people because life is too short. And then serving people.
We have to serve. Too much is given, much is required. We have to serve people. And that's what leadership really is about. Anybody who thinks leadership is about just being the boss and telling people what to do.
And the title and all the things.
That's dictatorship.
That's like this much.
That's dictatorship. Leadership is about serving people, understanding who they are. My favorite quote is attributed to Teddy Roosevelt. And he said, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Ooh. And that's what it's about, is caring for people. Yes. And that's how you win people. And that's how you get results. That's what true leadership is about.
True leadership.
Yes.
Well, listen,
I love you.
Love you too. Thank you so much.
I love you. God has so many big plans for you, sister.
Yes. And look, same for you, because 66 that's just the beginning.
Oh, girl, I'm just getting started.
66 is like the new 33.
Oh, I'm just getting started. And then the kids got something about 67. I don't even know what that is.
Oh, yes, 67.
I don't even know what that is, 67.
It's a little thing, but it's
a little thing.
It's a little thing, but it's like their little trend right now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But
I gotta come
we
up
know
with
about
66 for my birthday. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Look. Love you, sister.
Love you too. Bye. All right.